Some people are walking through the market. Suddenly, they notice a girl. Amalia says in surprise, "Hey, is that the girl you've been looking for?" The girl is busy working. The man says seriously, "Yes, that's her. I've been looking for her for a long time. All right, you all go back. I'll try to talk to her." Then he turns and says, "Manager Liu, go bring the things I prepared and take this bag too." The manager respectfully takes the bag and they all leave. The man anxiously looks at the girl, takes out his phone and calls her. The girl pulls out her phone, sees the number and gets shocked. She answers nervously, "Hello?" The man says restlessly, "How are you?" The girl, confused, says, "No matter how I am, why did you call?" The man says uneasily, "I just wanted to see if this number still works. Did I disturb you?" The girl replies sadly, "Whether the number works or not doesn't solve anything. So what's the point?" The man asks seriously, "So what are you doing now?" The girl says painfully, "I'm working. I don't have much time. I'm hanging up." As she moves the phone away, she pauses and, instead of ending the call, starts listening again. The man says seriously, "I have something to tell you. I'm getting married next month. Will you come to my wedding?" Hearing this, the girl is shocked. The man continues, "I want you to be there." The girl says coldly, "Sure, why not? If you send me an invitation, I'll come." The man replies, "You'll get the invitation." Then he hangs up and walks away. The girl puts down her phone and starts crying. After that, the man goes up to her and loudly says, "How much is a kilo of tomatoes?" The girl leaves her work and walks over. Suddenly, she recognizes him and is shocked. Looking at him sadly, she says, "What are you doing here?" The man says seriously, "Can you give me a little time? I need to talk." The girl softly says, "Okay, what is it?" The man says loudly, "I want to ask you, why did you leave me because of my mother's behavior? You knew how much I loved you. Why did you do that? Why did you separate yourself from me and suffer alone?" The girl replies worriedly, "There's no point in talking about this now." The man says anxiously, 10 years have passed. I tried to find you everywhere, but fate didn't help." He takes out a note from his pocket and says, "Do you recognize this?" Then he says loudly, "This is the note you left behind when you left. Why did you hide all this from me? Why did you hurt me like this? If you had told me earlier that my mother was mistreating you, things wouldn't have ended like this." The girl says painfully, "You used to come home every evening. Why didn't you notice my condition? Didn't you know your mother's behavior?" Then she adds, "Anyway, you're getting married now." The man says seriously, "Yes, I am." The girl says in distress, "Then why are you here bringing up the past? Why are you reopening my wounds? You've already moved on. I pray that you don't fail in love like I did. I loved you, but back then you didn't care about me. What's the point of your love now?" The man says softly, "I loved you even while staying away from you. I can't live without you anymore." The girl responds seriously, "Love? It doesn't sound right coming from you. You don't even know what love is. You can go now. I have work to do." She turns and goes back to work. The man runs after her and says loudly, "Wait, listen to me. Can you grant me one last request?" The girl pauses, takes a deep breath, and softly says, "Okay, what is it?" The man, worried, hands her the note and says, "Can you read this letter again? What did you write on it?" The girl cries and says, "I don't need to read it. I remember every word by heart. I loved you when you had nothing. I never cared about your money. You promised we'd stay together no matter what. Then why didn't you keep your promise? Why did you leave me?" The man softly asks, "Didn't you get married again?" The girl, with tears in her eyes, shakes her head. "No, because I can't love anyone again." Hearing this, the man says seriously, "Will you come somewhere with me?" The girl asks, "Where?" The man smiles and extends his hand. "Just come with me. You'll see." The girl quietly takes his hand and they leave together. After some time, they arrive at a place while running. The man, catching his breath, says, "Ting Ting, we're here." The girl softly asks, "Why did you bring me here?" The man smiles. "Did you forget? This is where we first met." The girl smiles and says, "Yes, I remember." Then she gently pulls her hand away and says, "But you're getting married. Why did you bring me here?" Just then, the manager arrives and calls out, "Boss!" The man turns back as the manager approaches. The boss asks, "What is it?" The manager respectfully says, "I brought the file you asked for." The boss takes it and says, "All right, you can go back to work." The manager leaves. The boss then gently says, "Ting Ting, I bought a house in your name, and this card. There's $500,000 in it. This is my gift to you." He hands her the file and the card. The girl, confused, asks, "What does this mean? Weren't you getting married?" The man says lovingly, "Ting Ting, the person I'm marrying next month is you. I swear I will never let go of your hand for the rest of my life. Will you accept me?" The girl cries emotionally and says, "Do you know how long I've waited for this moment? But now, I can't just believe it so easily." The man says passionately, "Ting Ting, don't say that. You deserve every happiness in this world. I promise I will never leave you. Just give me this one chance, and I'll stay by your side forever." He takes out a ring box, opens it, and kneels down, smiling as he says, "Will you be with me?" The girl, in tears, says, "Yes." The man happily stands up, puts the ring on her finger, and says lovingly, "Now we'll never be apart. I'll always stand by your side." The girl smiles and nods. "Yes." Friends, how did you like our content? Please share your valuable feedback in the comments. Thank you.